Hey, should I sync?
No, not yet. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Okay, you can try and fix it live.
Yeah, I can fix it live while we talk. I can just.
Yeah, by the way, we're live.
Oh, already live. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry.
I'll come back. All right. All right. Hi, everybody. Are we live?
We are.
Yes,
We're all here. We are live.
We're live. Is this the
Yeah.
day that nobody's gonna show up?
We got. Oh, hey, Max showed up.
Hey, Max.
It's also the first minute, so give people time.
Yeah, of course. We'll give it time. Oh, hi, KJ. KJ's here.
Cool.
Well,
Yeah,
we
thanks.
have.
Pretty
How
excited.
many people are watching? 6, 7. It's good.
6, 7. Okay.
Still gonna be more interesting than all meetings I had before in my career. Yeah, we'll wait a little bit more. See more people jumping in. AJ is amazing. He's a producer now at Relic. He was at Kabam for how long, KJ? How long you been there? 8 years? 10 years?
Relic? Wow.
No, I mean like at Kabam.
Oh, Kabam. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. It was there since the beginning. KJ. Yeah, we worked together since the old times of Exploding Barrel. 12 years at Kabam, see?
Wow.
But he started like, he was like, I don't know, you were like 17. You looked so young.
That's what the game industry does to you, though, right?
Yeah.
It ages you. Look at me. I'm like 27, but
yeah.
Look at his face.
And Andy too. Andy just got his driver's license now. He's 21.
I wish.
Yeah, I remember when KJ we did like Movember, trying to grow a mustache. KJ had a hard time.
Hey, I gotta go whitewater rafting with KJ. That was fun.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, with Tim Fields. It was like a little Kabam event.
Was I invited? I wasn't invited. Oh my god!
I was surprised they let us do that. What if one of us drowned? It was good though. That's the kind of stuff I like.
If one of us, if anybody dies during the game development, we put like a homage to you. You know, in the game. Andy died what he liked doing. Whitewater rafting, not games.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I think everyone thought I was going to be a goner on my bicycle, but nope.
Yeah, I think that was the bet that was going on around the studio that you would kick the bucket on the bike, riding in the middle of the highway, coming from. But you survived so far.
I got to see Gene slide into the ditch one day.
Yeah, no, Gene like crashed so many times. Anyway, welcome everybody. We're here to do our third live from the studio.
Yeah.
We'll keep doing those because it's being a lot of fun and it's helping us actually keep on track on what we want to do with the game, showing around to the community and having them give the honest feedback. So it's been very good for us too. You forgive me if my brain's a bit off today. I just came back from Japan. I arrived like last night, which I don't know if it's night, if it's day, so I'm kind of lost in time now. Mm. But I'm excited to see and play a little bit of the updates, do a little bit of drawing, and I don't know, do whatever. We're free and easy on this live. We can do different things. People are interested in play certain aspects or talk about the game or ask questions. You can shoot. Um, who wants to start today? Who wants to start? Andy,
Um,
how's everything? How's everything?
Sorry,
Andy,
Andy.
I'll just throw Andy in the
Sorry,
water
Andy. Thank you.
in the white water rafting, metaphorically, of game.
Sure.
What have you been working on?
Well, I've been wrapping up Fat Cat. I got him in Substance Painter, doing the
Explain to people what Substance Painter is if they don't know.
Substance Painter is now part of Adobe, and you bring a low mesh and a high mesh model, and you can bake in multiple materials and textures. You can get normal maps, you get specular, you get your diffuse texture.
Can you share it on your screen?
Sure.
I like Substance a lot because I can just grab a model and just paint on top of it, which for like a semi-literate artist like me is very good. So I'll add to the stage.
So here he is, and you got access to all the brushes. So I have them all. It's sort of like Photoshop, so everything's in a layer, so it's all separated out. That's his backpack. So I have two materials for this guy, his body and his backpack. So I just switched over to his body. So it's like, this is, I have his shirt isolated, and so now I can come in and then it's got a little mask as well. So you don't actually paint. I paint through the little mask on the side, and I got his changes. And you can, everything's just, it's all live. So anything can update, you can just change things really quick. And then you can layer up a painted look on the body. We can go for Gabe's style. So,
Gabe's style was that messy?
it seems chaotic, but it's very precise.
There's a method, right?
Yes. I've been going through it. I grabbed all of his brushes, and so now I'm going through his brushes, and you can just kind of get an idea of, oh, I see what I'm doing. But so, and this kind of gives you a nice, you can go with a light, which is kind of false, but this is kind of what we're going for, just the base color.
Yeah. So everything can show up through the painting, right? And not through, or a blend through them.
Yeah, and like on the backpack, switching back over, you can add like I've got that little cat thing in a decal, so you can just move it around, which is really cool. so that you can just put it anywhere where I have it selected. So it's a pretty powerful little tool, and it's really nice because you can hand it to artist to continue on or whatever. So I just started down here putting the mud on his boots, and I'll just work through. I already started doing some fade here in his fur. I just have to go through the whole model itself. And then
It was a lot of fun.
here. So this is the model in Unity. Does that scale pretty good? He seems giant, but he is fat cat, but he's not that tall.
No, yeah, he's pretty big. Well, we can play with the proportions a little bit, maybe, but I think it works really well. I think the eyesight, the eye line, it's pretty important. So if it's a little bit too short, it would be hard. Like it would be kind of weird if the characters are not looking at him. We could do that procedural, of course, but I think
Yeah.
that's a pretty good height. Especially if you put it in the isometric camera.
Yeah, so that's the isometric camera right there.
Yeah.
So this is Unity that you're looking at right now.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what the game is gonna be. Whoa. Pretty cool.
You can kind of see all the characters so far. So this will be the fourth one. He's kind of a secondary character though, right?
Yeah. He has some quests associated with him. I think he's gonna be a recurring character. Everybody loves that guy, so we're gonna put him as a recurring character, reaching out quests and stuff like that. But the idea is to have so many characters in the game that you can interact with them. This is just a first test to see how they look. It's good that you were able to take just like a really shitty concept that I just sketched really small and be able to extrapolate into a real 3D character. So being a small team like we are, we need to like do all of that. Have this kind of shorthand.
Yeah, and in Max too, I also have to
Max, are you crazy?
rig these guys too. Yeah, I think just about all the character guys I know are in Max. But I'll probably do a quick rig on him just to see, like how he moves. Because I did one last night, but I blew it off because he wasn't scaled correctly. But it moves actually pretty good because he's just like a big ball, So it's and I was surprised the backpack works pretty good, and if we want to remove the backpack, it is, we have the character, so I can have him without the backpack.
Cool. And how long you think it took you to finish, to work on this character till now? Like, and how long you think you have till you finish? How many days do you spend on this?
I probably got about 10 days into this guy. It seems longer, but I do a lot of other little tasks here and there. I also, yeah,
that's cool. As we do more, the process probably is going to get a bit faster. But yeah, it's good to know all those things, because in the end, when you work on a game, you need to, right? As you guys know, need to like know how much it takes to make every single thing. And in contest, it took 10 weeks to make a character. There's a lot of things involved. In this game, we'll probably need to have a process that is very streamlined. We'll hire more people to help, but it's the indie way. It's pretty cool. I'll be doing some concept today, like every day, and today I'm gonna be working on a villain. So I
Sounds
was
cool.
in Japan and I was like walking around and I had this idea for a villain, because I wanted to have a villain that goes from one age to the other, and he's a villain in all three ages. So he's trying to destroy this family in all three ages. So he's a kind of an immortal character. I call him Maitreya. Maitreya is supposed to be the next Buddha. Is the Buddha of the future, if you know anything about Buddhism. And I wanted to play with this idea of like a Buddha that doesn't want to be a Buddha and is pretty evil. So part of that is seeing how he transforms from a very nasty villain to somebody that can actually become the Buddha of the future, and what kind of role the family plays in his redemption arc. So you seeing a little bit of that sketch that I did. It was the cover for the live. Um, I'm gonna show a little bit what I'm doing right now. So this is the sketch. He's a cat. He's like part of that cat uh, race that we have in the story. But he also, this is kind of like a version where he's using a lot of the plant and the fungus material that we have in the future, as part of his his visuals. I got a lot of inspiration from Eastern art and mythology while I was walking around and getting lost in Japan. Um, I want him to look a little bit like a tiger, and so let's see what we can do. Let's. So he has that the tiger visual from like you see some Chinese and Korean and even Japanese art. Um, so I want him to be really like fearsome. Um, so I'll be sketching this through the night. And you guys let me know what you think. Uh, um, Anybody has any comments or questions? You know what? We did not reference us actually getting fully funded on our campaign, and we will. We're just like I'm being very careful and not like we still have 10 hours to go. But Kickstarter campaigns, they're very well known for like in the last minute people just like pull out. So and we're seeing a few people pulling out from their pledges in the last few hours. I think people just remember and say like, I don't want to do this thing anymore, and then they just like pull out, and that makes us a little bit anxious about it. So we're very happy that we are in the funded state right now, but like I only will be able to sleep after this thing is closed for real. So, but I like to thank everybody that helped us so far, and it's been amazing. And we'll try to do our best with your confidence. You trust that we're gonna do a good job, so we'll try our best to actually do an amazing game. It's just the beginning of the journey, of course. People know like game development is expensive and it takes time, and you know what I mean. So we still have a long road ahead of us, but this helped us a lot to keep the team together, keep working on this as much as we can. So yeah, thank you very much. I'm not gonna declare us fully funded yet, and I hope we get a few more contributions tonight. Um, and if we do, I do have a giveaway. This one of the things I did in Japan was like me and my daughter. We went to Nakano and did like a quick like manga class with a professional manga artist. I was really interested and curious about manga art, and how they do it, the techniques and stuff. So we went to this school, and we had this like really cool class with this lady, and she was amazing, and she taught us a lot of cool stuff about manga. So I did one piece of art that I'm gonna give away tonight, but only if we have more contributions while we're live. If not, I'll leave it to the next one. Okay, this is the piece of art. It's me trying to do manga art. There you go. He has even the half tones and stuff that they do. It's really cool. I was really excited to do it. So yeah, it might be a character from Kinshft. I'm not gonna reveal it, but if you guys are interested in that, let's hope we get a few more contributions tonight, and then I will pick somebody from the chat and at random, and we'll give away that piece of art and send it to you. Does that work? Is that good? I'm not very experienced at the marketing part of things, but
That's pretty good. I'm sold.
pretty good. Good. Yes. Mm-mm-mm. Might be my only art that manga style that I did in Japan ever. So Greg, what I'm drawing,
Yes.
what do you have for us today? You want to describe what you've been working on? Greg's been very busy while I was in Japan eating ramen everywhere. He's been very busy improving the gameplay and doing all that cool stuff for us.
Yeah, I've been quiet the entire time. It's one of those things when you put a whole bunch of stuff in 1 week or 2 weeks, I guess it's been, and then you get ready to present and one bug happens and you're like, there's no way. I gotta fix it. I just figured out what it was. I actually now know what it is.
Know it is?
Cool. Yeah. So it's fixed. The drones actually patrol now. Okay. Long story. No one needs to know why it broke. I can sync up now. It works. Yes. It's been a busy couple weeks. So there was a bunch of stuff we wanted to get in last week. We showed a little bit of combat, but it was really, really pretty bare bones combat. I wouldn't even really call it combat. Somebody swung their sword and they hit somebody, and that was, I guess that's technically combat, but it's not very interesting. So this week was about getting a lot of the core systems in. So we have per character inventory now. We have crafting. We have gathering materials. We have enemy and loot drops. We have chests that you can put things in, like the idea of characters being able to put items in a chest in one era, and then have another character pull it up in another era. That exists in the game. What else do we have? So that's cool. We have a brand new level. Of course, I made a brand new level. I want to experiment with just what a level would look like, and be able to show, how do you go from the town to a room inside a town, like the temple, or how do you go from the town to a whole brand new level? What's that going to look like? Because I'm sure people have questions of, is it open world? Do you jump from zone to zone? So a brand new level, which is kind of cool. Combat is in. I just fixed the drone bug, which was driving me absolutely, let's just say crazy, but it's fixed. So the drones now patrol and they attack. So Naomi can go in there and beat some drones down. We also have we have some abilities in the game. Nova has some abilities in. We actually have stealth in the game. So you can show stealth off today, which would be super cool. Critical strikes. And that's a lot of stuff. I'll probably talk more as we go, as Gabe plays through it. But
Hey, hi Nick. Sorry, Greg.
Oh, that's
Nick's
okay.
here. You know Nick? Do you work together?
Are you talking
Nick
to me? Nick?
Yeah.
That sounds really
familiar.
familiar.
Like he was at the early days of Kabam too, like Exploding Barrel.
Okay. So he's old school.
He's a designer too, so he's going to be judging you harshly.
Oh, okay. So we never worked together. Nick even said we didn't never work together.
Yeah. So you know Nick.
Oh, we didn't. That's okay. Nice to meet you, Nick.
Nick, Greg. Everybody knows Greg. Greg is
Judge way. Not everybody, but
Greg is was a teacher too, right? So
I was at VFS for a couple of years at least. I taught, well, Alberto, who was here last week, I taught him. TJ, a bunch of people. Actually, that was probably the reason I came to Kabam too, because when I actually went to interview for Marvel Realm of Champions, I walk in the studio and it's like there was six or seven students who I taught that were working there, and it was kind of awesome to see them like years, because VFS is cool, but as a place for people to learn, to break into game design, but you're cranking out a lot of students every year, and there are only so much jobs, so many jobs out there, and so it was really cool to see that a lot of students that I really liked. I mean, I liked all the students, but you know what I mean? Like the students that I really felt connected to had gotten jobs and had succeeded in the industry in Vancouver. So that was really cool.
Well, the question is, did you do like Joey and Friends and taught them wrong stuff so you can compete for the same jobs and win?
Yeah, no. I taught them stuff. I don't know how well it went, but
remember the episode where Joey like has to like do acting class, and then both him and the studio were going for the same job, and then he taught some bad stuff to the student, so he could get the job.
I'm going to be honest, I was never a fan of Friends. Sorry.
All right.
Anyway. Hey, Nick was part of the running crew.
Huh?
Nick was part of the running crew.
Was he?
Hey, Nick. Yeah. He also convinced me that he used to have a pet monkey.
Is it true or is it true? No. Well, he was just.
No, he just made the whole thing up. I totally believed he had a pet monkey when he was a kid.
Well, I did, because I'm from Brazil. Don't think everybody in Brazil has monkeys, but I did have a monkey for a while. My house had the animals, so.
Was it like a wild monkey? This isn't like a pet monkey. This is like a.
No, it was wild. It was in the cage. I wouldn't like play with him and then ask him to do tricks or fetch me food or anything like that. It was just it was. Then we released him in the wild. I think somebody gave us as a gift, but we felt bad for him. But yes, don't think in Brazil everybody has monkeys. That happened to me though. Like I took a friend of mine from England to Brazil once, a couple, and you know Neo, right? Right, Andy, Neo and his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we took him to Brazil, and it's like, oh yeah, I want to see monkeys, and it's like, there's no monkeys in Brazil. Brazil is a very urban place, and there's big cities. You want to see like cool modern stuff. You have this like preconceived idea of Brazil. And then we went traveling around, and we were like in Salvador, which is a big city, right? Millions of people. And we were like looking at the window, and what happens? A monkey walks on the energy cables, and he looked at me and like, really? I was like, it's the first time I see a monkey in the city, I swear.
You have those howlers in the jungle, those monkeys that can howl. You hear them like 10 miles away.
People used to ask me, like, do you fight elephants or monkeys when you're going to school? And in the end, I said, I stopped like trying to correct them. So yeah, like, remember like Indiana Jones had to run from the natives, and so
that was in Brazil, wasn't it? They shot that. Yeah, I think it took place in Brazil. I think.
Yeah. Some of those natives are my cousins. Anyway.
Nice.
Anyway, Greg, sorry to interrupt. You can.
No, that's okay. I was just ranting. No, that's I forgot where I was. VFS students. Yeah, no, VFS was a really cool teaching job. Actually, it was a lot of fun. One of the things we used to do actually was I was doing the sort of the pre-production class, which turned to kind of like a pitch class. So the idea was kind of the students' first time of taking their crazy ideas and actually doing a presentation in PowerPoint, which I know sounds super exciting, but it was pretty cool. It was cool for them to pitch their ideas. And at the end of every like term that I taught, we actually had some people come in like from the industry, some friends that I knew, they'd sit there and they'd like hear the pitches and they'd give feedback. So it was kind of the students' first time in the first semester of like actually getting some industry feedback, which is really cool.
Were you very harsh or just very forgiving?
Like well, I mean, I wasn't the one. I was honest. I wasn't harsh. I was just honest. It was like,
just honest. If they cry, it's not my fault.
Yeah, no, everyone that came there was really pretty good. Maybe a couple people were a little bit harsh in their criticisms, but it was always everyone walked away happy. It was never a bad thing. So
yeah, people remember you fondly. People I talked.
Well, that's nice.
As a good teacher. Anyway, well, so you have a lot of things to show us today.
Yeah, a ton.
Are you ready to show? You want to show now? Or you want to play? Or you want to wait for
unless you want to keep drawing, and I can fix some more bugs. But
yeah, okay. So fix some bugs. Let's talk.
Give me 5. Well, give me a few minutes. Yeah, a few minutes, and I'll.
You're not gonna break anything else, really.
I'm gonna try not to. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna add some more combat in because I know you like combat and you like to get beaten up. So.
I like combat.
Yeah, I like the combat. Everyone likes combat.
So he has an eyes. It's a mix.
Nick wants to see gameplay. He's already like, let's go. Enough of this art crap. Let's get to
enough of this art crap.
You want to watch Gabe draw. Let me drop a few enemies in.
Come on, Nick. So yeah, just a few enemies in. Hi, Pandaman Pete. Come on, Nick. Hey, somebody's playing.
My wife just joined.
Okay. So just as a disclaimer. Oh yeah, thanks, Nick. You know who has the original painting is Molly. And the Game of Thrones. I remember that. I did the Game of Thrones thing. Anyway, people want to see gameplay. Let's do gameplay. Let's give him 5 minutes, okay? So he can.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw some enemies in. And then go.
Yeah. You have to suffer me drawing for now. So he has a. So what's in this? Buddha has a mustache. So should I give him a mustache? Is that too much? Is that too much?
Mustaches are cool.
I'll give him whiskers. It's fine. Whiskers.
Let's do that.
This is probably our first muscular character in the game.
Yeah, I know. Going back to my superhero roots. This is a character I would do for Marvel if they let me. Let's put it like that. But Marvel is very careful, like playing with religions and stuff like that, so they wouldn't let me do it for sure.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So, that's the good thing about being indie again. Nobody's gonna say no.
Okay. I will leave it there before I break anything. Better to add some bad guys.
Right.
Oh,
okay.
Gene's here.
Gene?
Yeah.
Was it? Andy was just talking about Eugene, how you wipe out, how you like. He saw you wipe out a few times on the bike, but he never did.
No, I was right behind him. I actually ran into him after he
But it was Gene's fault, right? That's what he's saying. Look, Aegon vibes. Ah,
It's cool.
oh yeah, Andy has a mustache too. I'm the only one without a mustache. That's true. Um, hey Andy, you're supposed to take care of the comments today. How come I'm the one
I'm reading them now. Oh, Nick's loving your wood videos, Andy.
Oh, thanks, Nick.
Unstable's here.
Look, there's a
Hey.
question.
Yeah, I see it. When the campaign is closed, Kickstarter, there's still opportunities to contribute to reach stretch goals.
Oh, that's an amazing question.
That is an amazing
We are after the campaign is finished. We are jumping to another mode of contribution, not on Kickstarter, probably on Indiegogo, because they have a thing that is a continuous contribution thing. So anywhere, anybody, anytime can stop by our page and help contribute with our efforts with our company. So we'll leave it open for people to keep helping us get to our stretch goals. But it won't be like a concentrated campaign, all or nothing. It'll be more like, things will be dripping into our game developing account to help us reach the stretch goals. Does that answer your question? Gonna be soon. And that'll be an ongoing thing. Less pressure. If people want to give us like a dollar, we'll get that dollar. You know what I mean? Instead of having to reach like a certain stretch goal.
Right.
I think you're the only one that can post the comments on the screen. It doesn't seem to let me.
I think so.
Gene just said our crash was synchronized, so
it was.
It was an intimate moment in the ditch.
Romantic.
Okay. Yeah, you can, whenever you're ready, you can sync up and
okay, I'll sync up.
let's show some gameplay, and I'll ramble on for a few minutes. And fix bugs if we need some, or do some tuning if you want to have stronger enemies or weaker enemies if it's too hard for you.
Oh, that's a challenge.
Well, I didn't. To be honest, I didn't really tune combat in terms of difficulty. I just put stuff in there because the point today is more to demonstrate the mechanics of the game and the intention of combat. But they're still relatively tough.
Okay. Let's see it.
Let's see.
I'm playing right now. Loading.
You stuck up, right?
I'm gonna share.
Thank you.
Okay, so I am playing as Nova.
Cool.
Okay, what do I do? What's my mission?
So let's switch things up a little bit. Say you're gonna play as Naomi.
Okay.
So, and I'm gonna, because I didn't get the objective system in this week because that was too much. I decided to. I'm just gonna play your narrative guy. So if you wanna go to the Northeast, we're gonna shroud this in a story that Naomi is trying to recover a component for a device her and Niles are trying to build. They're trying to figure out a way to get the family back together, get the band back together, and they are trying to get a. Let's say they're building out something called a quantum lighthouse. There we go. Somehow bring the family back together. We don't know if it's going to work or not.
Like, so, just as show a little bit, in Nova's time, this is a desert, and there's a statue here.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, and then she's in the water.
That's okay. Her goat's in the water.
Okay. So in Naomi's time, there's a sea here. There's a petroleum sea, and there's a boat, right? So what do I do?
Yeah, you can even look inside if you want. So interact, I believe, is E.
Sound on this? You put
Yeah,
sound.
there's sound in there too.
Ah,
So
ship it.
yeah, so the idea is on right now, Naomi needs to fix his boat to get across the sea to get this component. And so this boat, even though you can't see it here, requires a motor, which she's going to have to craft, or a power cell to run this motor, which she's going to have to craft.
Okay.
So if you close this with the.
By the way, great designer art.
This is all totally placeholder, by the way. Yeah.
No, it's good. It looks good. It's looking good.
It's clean.
So so the right side is
the stuff that's your inventory, and the left side is what's in the boat. So if you close, actually, if you hit the X to close this.
Okay, the X.
Yeah, there you go. Hit Q, so that's your personal inventory. So right now, hit Q. There you go.
This is.
So the left side is your equipment, which you don't really have anything of right now, and right side is the stuff that you currently have. You can click on that bit of salvage, I believe it's called. So that's some salvage that you've got. There you go. Assortment of scrap parts. Stuff you got in the rest of your journey. So scrap parts will always come in handy because you're a builder. You craft things. That's Naomi's bag. So
right.
So
right.
Q to close this, or Q. Yeah. There you go. So if you want to head to your crafting forge,
why am I so
which is down to the there you go, and then head just to the left, northwest.
Where? Here?
Yeah, through there. There you go.
Oh,
and that
okay.
amazing piece of art bar from the internet is the forge. So press E. There you go. So there's craft a power cell. Click on the power cell. They'll show you what you need.
So this is what I need to craft to power the boat.
To power the boat. That would be your current objective if we had an objective system. So you need, for anybody here who's never seen a craft system before, I'll say it. You need 5 salvage, 1 quantum olive, and 3 micro cells.
Right. So like eventually, I think that's probably my opinion, but
yeah,
you're probably gonna indicate that some of those items can only be found in the past or in the future, right?
Yes, yes, that's going to be.
If we want to make it a bit easier, right?
Yeah. In fact, I was going to have a system where basically the objectives were character specific. So if this particular quest was to craft a power cell and there were 3 ingredients needed, if you switch to Nova, you would see the quantum olive, but nothing else, or they'd be grayed out. If you switch to Naomi, it would be the other way around. But So close the crafting menu, and now you're going to run around the town that is now hostile in her time period.
So
Nick has a question.
Nick wants to know how the inventory works across the different characters.
So each character has their own inventory, their own personal inventory. That's just theirs. But there's one location in the game that characters can put an item. Well, in this case, Nova can put an item into, and then when Naomi sees it in the future, she can pick it up again. So she can transfer inventory that way. So you can't do it directly with your characters, but there are indirect ways through things like chests, or I think one of our ideas was being able to Nova could plant a seed in the ground, and then when she plants a seed in the ground, when it's Naomi's time period, the seed is grown into a tree because they last 1,000 years, so she can harvest something from the tree and so on. Or another idea being, things could also be aged as well. So if you needed, I cannot think of something off the top of my head. You need a 1,000-year-old bottle of wine.
That's exactly my example too.
I was going to say, what tastes better when it's aged? Damn.
So like Nova can make some grape juice.
Whiskey. It's even better. Yeah, we're gonna have like a bottle of scotch, and then that's what kind of makes money. Actually,
that's awesome. Anything that Nova can give it to Naomi, it's gonna be an antique that Naomi can sell in the store.
1,000-year-old scotch. It's fantastic. That should actually be in the game. We should have 1,000-year-old scotch in there as kind of a joke, because that would be funny to have.
We can have the copper distillery.
That's another thing that Marvel wouldn't let us do. So there you go.
Alcohol?
Wouldn't
why? But hang on, but Tony Stark's always drinking.
Not in the games. In the games, he's drinking juice.
Oh, in the games. I see. Okay, gotcha. Okay, I digress. All right, so close this off, and then run around town. So you probably didn't see, but if you were here the last couple of weeks, actually, can you quickly Gabe, just switch back to Nova? Oh, yeah, there you go, and just run around the town. it looks a little bit different. There's the town is actually completely open. You can run all the way around. When you switch to Nova's time period, there's a massive crater or massive rift that's opened up in the town that's broken it apart. In this time period, yeah, and in Nova's time period, there are friendly characters. In Naomi's time period, everything here is hostile, which you will see in a second. So go around there and grab those components. Don't fall down the pit if you can avoid it. They have a little dash there too. You can talk to that guy if you want to. Oh yeah, so we have merchants as well. So this guy here is a merchant, the Pelican merchant. There you go. So he's selling blasting caps, which right now don't do anything. But Nova's one of Naomi's abilities, which we're working on next week, is the ability to craft and deploy remote bombs. So she can drop a bomb somewhere, and then whenever she wants to, she can trigger it. So she could use it in exploration to blow things up, but also during combat. So this guy sells one component you need for that.
So she can blast the cap.
Blast a cap in someone's ass. I mean, explore the city. There's not much to see in terms of.
Oh my God!
Oh no, there's a hostile character. Hurry, take him down. Take him down.
Do you make that one a friend or just kill him?
This one's got to kill.
Get out!
You gotta try and kill it. Come on.
It's too strong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna.
You always complain stuff's too easy. You always complain stuff's too easy.
This is too hard.
Yeah. Well, also his attack. Anyway.
I want to get this gear and go away.
Do you just want to beat him? Well, but you need parts from him.
Oh, I need parts from him.
You need parts from him.
The
Yeah.
battery.
Where's the?
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Where's the parts?
Oh, it's hidden behind the wall.
Just hit E to pick it up.
Maybe I did.
Check your inventory. Q. Okay. All right. Go find somebody else. That was weird.
Okay.
Once we get cool little icons of what you collect, it'd be neat just to see them hover above the character when you hit the
inventory. Okay, so oh my God. Okay,
pick that one up. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
You got it. I'm gonna start again. Nice.
I fell through the world.
Hang on, I just break. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry. Let's start again.
Just keep going around there. I'm gonna quickly check something because I think I may have.
Sorry, guys. I suck. I suck. I bet in the real game. Oh. Where is it? Where's my window? Oh, there you go. I'm better at drawing than playing games. So,
I see that.
Naomi, do I need to go to the boat again, or?
No, you don't have to go to the boat. You can run around the town. Here, let me quickly.
She's running fast now. That's a bug. So I prefer that she's running fast like that. But after I opened my inventory, she was slow. So that's some bug.
Oh, really? Oh, that's a good one. Okay, thank you for telling me that. Cool. I can fix that. I know
where is her special ability?
I think she by default now she just has like her heavy attack or her special ability.
That's heavy and special. What is it?
She doesn't have a special right now. She just has the light attack. Okay. I just wanted to get combat in this week as opposed to.
Yeah. Okay. So what is the heavy then? H?
Right now it's just the same thing as no, but just way more damage. So please feel free to do it. Her heavy attack's actually going to be a. So the idea with her as a character is. Yeah. You have any? Hang on, I want to see they actually drop something because they're supposed to drop stuff.
Okay. I want him to drop.
Heavy attack. There you go.
How many of those capsules I need?
3, I think. So the idea with Nova is she's more of an assassin character. So she's single target, high damage, whereas Naomi is more of a warrior and good at fighting groups. So her heavy attack's actually going to be I'm thinking like a whirlwind spin attack with a wrench to take out a bunch of enemies at once, which look kind of cool. And her swing is
like a hurricane one, right? Yeah.
Kind of like that. Yeah, I think that's a good starting point for a cool heavy attack. I'd love to have other heavy attacks as well. You can hit up to the temple as well. There's some guys. There's one.
Oh, he was just sleeping.
Well, so he was. So basically, enemies also have line of sight now. So one of the things I wanted to add for combat, you can actually see it a lot better in the.
Am
We
I,
got-
am I good? Am I good? How many do I need?
Yeah, you go. You need one more piece of salvage. So head on up to, I think the scriptorium. Around the scriptorium. Oh, that's
No,
right there.
I got it there. I
Cool.
didn't get this one.
Um,
Because we don't have
yeah.
save yet. I didn't get this one.
Yeah, grab
Oh,
that.
no!
Oh, come on.
Hey,
Kill him,
we
Gabe.
got Camille watching.
That's not my fault.
Oh, Nick, love the character swapping fast communication. So you might not be able to see it right now, but there's actually you actually, yeah, watch it right now. As soon as Gabe hits play. Hope he doesn't bail off the edge again.
It's not my fault.
So you can see the other characters represented by ghosts. So they're kind of like they're where they currently are in their respective times. So every time you switch, so if you switch over to Naomi now,
Yeah, if I'm here.
and now Nova is where you left Nova. So we'll play around with that, with how that actually works. In terms of, are the characters always in one spot? Because I think it'd be kind of cool if they actually wandered around and did things. But for the time being,
I'm gonna get that one first. So if
Okay.
I fall,
okay.
it's not gonna be.
See, this is why you need a joypad, because
Yeah.
trying to run diagonally in an isometric game is challenging.
Okay, this one.
Will there be a map to separate
Very
around the world?
careful. Very careful.
Yeah, there will be a map. What you also see too is, if you look in the upper left-hand corner of this, there's kind of like what we're calling the radar. So you're currently Naomi as a character, and the other two characters are available as ghosts to swap between. When we go to the other level, the downed alien spacecraft, you actually cannot swap characters. It's I guess the idea is potentially you can open up the ability to swap characters at different locations, but there's limited swapping outside of the city. Oh, there you go.
Okay, I'm gonna dispatch those guys really fast.
Yeah. I actually want you to move on to Nova Com. Oh, there you go. Yeah, pick up that thing. There you go. Move on to Nova Combat, because she's kind of awesome.
Do I have enough? No, I need one.
No, you need one more scrap and one more salvage and one more battery. So
Nick, just to answer a little bit more, it's part of the story and how this world develops is the fact they're separate and they have to go around the situation. How they learn how to communicate, but they cannot physically interact, and they're acting as a team across time, but they don't know how to do it. So part of your progression is to learn how to influence each other's timeline more and more, including physically by the end of it.
I think you want a piece of salvage, Gabe. Go back. Yeah, it's okay.
Oh yeah, at the beginning you
batteries.
There you go. Grab that. There you go. So head back so now the one thing you need is a quantum olive, which you don't have. So luckily Nova in her time period does have that kind of thing. So if you swap,
well, the quantum olives are supposed to be part of this tree, but this tree is dead in the future. So I need to go back to Nova. There's an olive here.
Yeah. Grab some olives around the tree. Quantum. Yes.
Yeah, everything says quantum.
So now that you have the olive, you have to find a place to hide it. So if you head up to the temple, there's the temple.
Oh, can I talk to Cheese Guy?
Did I?
Oh, he's actually selling olives too.
He's selling olives too. There you go. The cheese guy sells olives. How weird is that?
Yeah, I got one for free, so not as fresh. So Nick is saying that he'll always speak to him because.
What do they say?
He's Greek, huh?
Oh. What is the olive saying to Nick?
It's saying "eat me" or "squeeze me," make me.
I'm very good at oil. So head in the temple.
Oh, now we have a temple inside.
Yeah, we have a temple that's very, very dark and very, very large, and obviously hasn't had any love. So there's the I don't know, the chest, the thing. You walk up to it and interact with it. There you go. Then you can put the cosmic olive. So hit store all.
So in the real game, she would have to put that in a time capsule. So the olive is not going to spoil in 900 years, right? So. So she had to put that in a kind of a time capsule to keep it in suspension, so her mom can get it in the future. But in this case,
It's
it's
we're
just okay.
yeah. There, that's the
Good.
chest now. Now, if you leave the temple, so you actually can't swap characters here because that's the rules of kin shifting. So swap back to Naomi. Now she can go to the temple and grab the olive. Dave has a question. How do you balance the playtime amongst the main characters? Would you say it's fairly even across the three, or generally playing one or more of the first? Good question. I think it's going to be fairly balanced overall. I think we should keep it fairly balanced. Each character is going to have their own play style. So I want to have players experience all that, all the different mechanics. So, and they're all going to be a lot of fun. Niles is more of like a marksman style character. So he's kind of a ranged guy with some really cool force abilities. So I think every character will be good to play, and it'll help to mix things up too. Like rather than having a typical action adventure game where you have one character with multiple abilities, we have three characters that are going to have multiple abilities, but less abilities than the main character would have. Otherwise, there's too much to juggle.
There's also some stuff that we want to do, like there's the main progression where you have to like go back and forth between the characters because there's a story to go through and they have to collaborate. But there's also stuff that they can do on their own, and we'll do side quests, we'll do collection mechanics. So if you want to spend some time as Naomi exploring her own time and doing different side quests, we intend to do that too.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got the olive. It's still fresh.
So head to the up into the northwest to your crafting station.
My crafting station.
Yeah, up the forge, up to there.
So in the game, some you notice like on Kickstarter, some of the rewards is for you to become a character in the game. We want some of those characters that are vendors and characters that give you quests to be people that helped us in the campaign. So we do have a category of contribution that we're gonna work with whoever contributed to create a character that's inspired by whatever you're great at. Let's say, I don't know, Nick wants to sell olives, right? So there you go. He just said that. So
yep.
So yeah, Nick wants to become an olive vendor. He's gonna, contribute to the campaign at that level. We're gonna work closely with Nick to make not only the character look like him, but also the character will be, doing stuff that Nick is in love with. That he likes olives. So we're gonna make that work. Or if somebody loves blacksmithing, or we'll work with those people to make sure that that character is meaningful to them in the game. So we still have time. You still have time to increase your contribution and get to that level. I know it's not for everyone, but it's a very, very unique kind of pledge that we have there. So anyway, sorry being salesman again, but where were we?
Okay. You gotta hustle. So yeah, craft it up. Build that power cell. Build the power cell, and then hit craft.
You know what we're not gonna have? We're not. Oh, that's a nice song. We're not gonna have rush. Like pay to rush the crafting. We're not gonna have that. It's all gonna be by gameplay, right? Right, Greg?
Good Lord, no. No, I just put it there for the anticipation factor. It might just be instant craft, because why would you wait 10 seconds to craft stuff? That's just like, yeah. Well, so there you go. Now head over to the boat.
Maybe you can wait in the same way as you would in a console game, because things take time. Let's say I want to ferment something. Maybe you have to wait an hour, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, if you're crafting, her bombs for her inventory, it's not going to be like, you press one bomb and
right.
It's not going to be like Zelda, where you're cooking one dish at a time. And while I love that animation, I would like to cook a lot faster, please, because I
for sure, yeah, for sure. The thing jumping in.
Yeah, it's fun the first few times, and then enough.
Anyway, what do I do now? I have a power cell, so I go to the boat.
Go to the back of the engine, pop that open with interact. There you go. Toss that power cell in there. Just the power cell, yeah.
Just the power
There you
cell.
go. And you can close that off.
Okay.
And now because I haven't, so now that hey, the boat works, hooray! Sort of. The boat doesn't actually work, but if you trust me and just go a little bit below the boat, like yeah, there you go, and just run into the water. Do it, Naomi. Just run into the water. Yeah, there you go. Just charge in. There you go. Your boat magically works. So now you're traveling to the next level.
I fell.
Okay.
It has wings.
Amazing.
I hit some weird edge on the world. I think we need to fix that.
Can you try it again? Because it was working on my thing.
Okay, try again. But then I have to collect all the stuff again?
No, you can just run to the water. I did that intentionally in case you actually did. No, it should be totally.
Let me see. So I'm gonna run. Load. That's the other edge of the map. Where am I? No, I am falling.
You are falling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me
Found the bug.
You found a bug. I know you did, and I know exactly what it is. And give me 2 seconds to fix it. But actually, if you want to, actually, yeah, give me 2 seconds to fix it. It's not very.
I'll give you some time to fix. I'm gonna draw.
Okay.
No.
Okay, you draw for a bit. I'll fix the bug. There you go.
Well,
real life problems.
No, yeah, but this is live development, right?
Yeah.
You expect to have some stuff. Okay. I'm gonna go back to this kitty cat here.
Okay.
Maybe I should have a tail. What kind of tail a Buddhist cat will have? That's the kind of question you ask when you're making a video game. But yeah, you guys enjoy so far? Greg did a lot of work while I was in Japan. That's why we need to pay him a salary. That's why we're doing it. Thanks, Nick.
Let's see if that worked.
Go there and become an olive vendor. I know you have money. So what else? Maybe put some beads on his hair. Something like that. Kind of like the Buddha guy. I like playing with flowers and give him a bunch of like flowers and stuff. I think it's cool.
That's cool.
Some lilies. This guy's gonna follow you around. What do you think? He's gonna follow you around to be like your nemesis. What else? Anybody has questions, comments? We're here.
That should have totally fixed it.
You have questions to Greg?
They want to see gameplay that they can ask questions, but I've clearly broken something. All right, it's fixed. Give me 1 second to commit. Bad designer, no cookie. There. Okay. Okay, if you sync up, that should have fixed it.
Yeah. Cool.
I said
just wait a little bit. Let's put some flowers in.
Yeah.
So yeah, he learned that he's destined to become the future Buddha, and he's really scared. I had some experiences where my mom used to love like having like talking to psychics and stuff like that, which is weird because she's a very rational person, but she had some psychic friends that she loved talking with. And before I came to Canada, she forced me to talk to her psychic friend and talk about like if the trip was gonna go well and stuff like that. And I was like, but I don't believe in those things, and I really don't want to know. Like even if it's real, I don't want to know about the future. I just want to see what happens. But she said, no, no, go. He's nice. He'll give you advice and stuff. And then the first thing this guy said was like, he looked at some like I don't know what he was reading, like some beads or whatever. He he came and said, "Who is this blonde woman?" And I was like, I literally didn't know any blonde women. And I was like, I don't know any blonde woman. I see a blonde woman here. And I was like, I don't know any blonde women. But then I think he was trying to like fish for something because everybody knows somebody that's blonde. Uh, so if I said yes, is that person that I met, or like but I had zero really, so it was kind of weird. So this guy's kind of like this, it's based on if you knew that you had such a responsibility of becoming like the Buddha of the future, would that be good or bad? You know what I mean? Like, would that help you or not? So this guy kind of completely runs away from it and becomes quite the opposite. So he was trying to even avoid being the Buddha of the future by being mean and evil, and but he has a journey to go through. Um,
Wait, there are bugs during game development. Yes, there occasionally things creep up when you're sloppy, which I tend to be sometimes.
If you don't break anything, it's because you're not even trying. So
that's true. That's true.
That's what I think. You're playing too safe.
Well, it's always that balance between you can either there's always like a lot of features you want to put into a game. Like let's say there's 10 things you want to put into a game. You can choose to pick one and then just work on it a ton so it's perfect and then go on to the next one. Or you can choose to put all 10 in and then go back and fix bugs. And I'm more of a second version of that because I think that's something you always notice like in game development, like Gabe and Andy, I don't know about you guys, but like as you play the game and build the game, that's when you start discovering the fun and what's good about it.
Yeah.
Like so rarely is the design document the way the game ends up, if ever. It's a starting point. So the faster you can get stuff in and start playing it and latching onto the things that everyone like enjoys and laughs at, that's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Totally agree. So I've been to development cycles where the documents were so like perfect and they're like a perfect case study of game development, like very academic and very conceptual.
Yep.
And it takes so long to actually go into developing something that all of that beautiful work is for nothing. So
I don't know if I'd call it beautiful work. It's a lot of text and pictures.
It's beautiful as a case, like, oh, look at this perfect.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's good because at least if you have a design doc, you've thought through a lot of the questions rather than just going, hey, I have a cool idea, let's try it. But really just document, the design persists through the entire project, and going back and just updating docs is a pain in the butt. And also, nobody ever reads them anyway. Like
nobody reads them. Yeah.
No, it's just like they just come and ask you a question if they have a question because nobody wants to dive through a 100-page document trying to find answers. Okay, Gabe, it's up whenever you're ready.
All right. Good. Let me think.
The swapping worlds thing can get a little tricky sometimes with the locations of characters and stuff. And so, yeah, if you sync up, that should fix the problem.
Okay. Okay. Let's see if when you... Oh, I didn't save this thing. I didn't save my drawings. See, I never do it.
Okay.
Let me just save.
Were you saying Nick's at Relic?
No, Keijo is a Relic. Nick.
Oh, okay.
Is Nick still here? Are you here, Nick? Where are you?
I don't know.
Where are you working on? Okay. So present, share screen, and
Using
go.
Unity's visual scripting tool for the game. No. I'm doing like a lot of stuff just in regular script. We are using like some scripting shortcuts, but a lot of the stuff is kind of custom that I need to just write myself. And I don't mind the visual scripting stuff, but like Unreal's blueprints are fantastic, which I absolutely love. But okay. Okay, so you can just go back to Naomi. You sunk up, right?
I did.
Okay.
Run to the sea and see what happens.
Yeah, fingers crossed. This part isn't even that exciting, really, but I just, there we go. Okay, so you're taking the boat across. It's very, very dark, and you're going to see that giant spaceship or that thing you needed to get. I just gave away.
Oh, I fell.
Man, oh man. And you drown, and that's the end of the game.
Okay, so what should I do?
So do that again. Don't run off the ledge, and just go to the upper left, and the as Naomi. There you go. Then you can go to Nova. We can actually watch some combat, which is cool. Okay, that way, upper left. There you go. Oh, and it's very, very dark. I think the lighting's messed up.
Yeah, no, we'll get there. We'll get in there. Me and Andy and do some.
That's cool. Yeah, it's not so the idea is you need the component from this downed alien spacecraft. However, thanks to us humans, the oil sea has kind of swallowed it up and it's sunken. Now she'll never get to the component because of that. However, 1,000 years ago in Nova's time, the oil sea isn't there. So if you want to go back to town, just head back to the way you came through.
Okay, back to town.
Yeah. Or just drown and fall. Town is not that way. And it's okay. Just reload.
Okay, next time I'll get a game pad.
It's okay. I'll next time I'll put a volume down there that respawns you.
Okay.
So now you can head up as Nova because obviously. So now Naomi asks Nova, "Hey, I need you to go check out the ship in your time." So Nova, go out of town.
Oh.
Yep.
This way?
No, leave the city, like back to where the giant statue is. There you go. And then you can go up and to the left, to the northwest, and now you're going to the same location that Naomi was at 1,000 years from now. So if you go forward, you encounter your first
then try a new area. We're in the desert.
There's a ledge there. There's a ledge. Be careful. All right. Okay, nice. Okay, don't go off the ledge.
Sorry.
Yeah, invisible wall. Yeah. Well, the problem, not the problem. One of the challenges with isometric games, it's kind of hard to see sometimes where ledges are, especially when you're using game designer placeholder art and all the textures are flat. So it looks like everything goes continuously.
Right.
When the artists actually go in, it's going to look much better. So
yeah, we'll get in there and make
You
make
go,
it
go
more
kill
sense.
this guy again. Go take him down. You can actually dance around him for a little bit. He's got some. There you go. Bam, bam, bam. Butterfly knife. Dead. All right. So if you head over to the ledge there. Okay. Cool. Go back. Thank you. Let's walk on that ledge there a little bit. Just yeah. Oh.
What happened?
My camera trigger volume didn't work.
Okay. So you're supposed to see the spaceship here, right?
Yeah, that's actually. I mean, can you actually show the level really quick? Like the actual scene.
I can do a.
Dan Stovall. Whoa. I mean, yeah, D Stovall. Hey, Dan.
Hi, Dan. How are you?
Holy crap. Hey, man.
Oh, Dan is an amazing engineer that we had working with us for Realm of Champions and Contest of Champions. And
yeah. Well, back in, Dan from a long time ago.
Yeah, Dan's great. Dan, we have some trouble here. Greg needs to fix some bugs. Can you help?
I don't want Dan to look at my code. If my code looks at my code, I'll get reamed out. It works. That's all there is.
See, that's the kind of thing. Like when we're talking about beautiful game design documents, I see engineers saying, "Oh, this code is so pretty," and it's like, "Oh, this code, look at this! It's like the Picasso of codes,
Yeah.
the Michelangelo of codes," and it's like, "What? It just looks like letters and numbers to me." But
Yeah, we're doing. I'm doing C sharp. Yeah, Gabe, you can jump to the scene just to show people the scene.
okay.
Because it's actually because the other thing with the closeness of the camera. Well, yeah, just like drag the scene file in here, or like
Oh, show the scene.
yeah, go to the gameplay and just show the scene because I'm
Stop playing
fine with it
or
again.
stop playing or play.
Yeah, no, you can stop playing because it's pretty fast.
Okay.
I wanted to show the scene anyway because one of the things we're trying to do in the game too is figure how far we can push the level design in an isometric game. Sorry, Bash didn't even say.
Okay, so okay.
Yeah, just let's see fast. So Hades is a fantastic game, but the world is very very flat. So I really wanted to play around with height and see what are the pitfalls of height. Clearly, one of the pitfalls is walking off cliffs, and what are some of the challenges that are going to be there. So this level is kind of designed around the idea that there's a crashed spaceship in the middle. Yeah, just bring up the scene file. Load up not Bastion City, it's the wrecked
Desert wreck.
Desert Wreckage. Thank you, Desert Wreckage. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay.
There you go. And just sort of kind of look, and just kind of like look around the scene to sort of show what we got there. Not in a perspective. Can you just do like a perspective camera, not ISO? Click on the square, in the middle of the X, Y. Yeah. So so the idea is the player starts off on I guess the bottom part of the screen. They're basically 40 meters above this. Thank you. That's perfect. Thank you. That's what the camera's supposed to look like. I apologize, guys. So
that's the future, right?
Oh yeah, because can you go to
here.
Oh, just get rid of dystopian gray block dystopian object on the left side of the screen in the hierarchy, third from the bottom. Okay.
Oh no, third from the bottom.
Yeah, it's third from the bottom. Gray block dystopian. No, maybe 10th from the bottom. Up. Stop. There you go. Just hide that. There we go. So the idea is in this time period, the oil sea is not there. So the alien spacecraft has crashed in the desert, and you can actually get inside it.
So you're gonna see a beautiful angled scene that we're gonna mess with the camera later.
Yeah. And the idea is this spaceship is going to be. If anybody here's seen The Force Awakens, while it's not the greatest movie in the world, I love the opening when Rey has to like dive down into the like buried Imperial Star Destroyer and like climb around to salvage for parts. So that's kind of what the first dungeon is going to be. Is this buried spaceship that you have to like go through and salvage. So that's what she's just trying to get to, and she's up on a 40-meter cliff, and she has to basically make her way down and around the cliff down to the entrance there in the back end and defeat a few guards. So
as you hit different scenes, the camera's going to change too. We're not going to have all like isometric all the time. When isometric is good for navigation and for combat against several different enemies, a lot of other places, a lot of camera styles are better for storytelling, and so we're going to do that.
Yeah.
So what
now you can play the game again. You can fight. I wanted to show off some stealth and some abilities and see if you can survive against these guys and be fancy.
Okay, so let's see. I'll play again.
All right. This should work. And okay, yeah, you can do it this way too. I think.
Okay, so I'll go back into the desert. What happened?
I don't know.
I'm blocked. Let me try again. I did something wrong. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there's something blocking my way.
What do you mean? Like putting a screen up? Oh, there you go.
Can you see it? Oh no, sorry. I'm just gonna. No, yeah, I just something got blocked there.
Okay.
Hey, Greg, Dan gave you some advice on your code.
Yeah, my code is it's not pretty, but it's functional. What scene did you load?
I
You're in the wrong
loaded.
scene.
Oh,
You're in the
well,
wrong scene. That's why you're in the wrong scene.
okay. What was the name again?
That's why.
Bastion.
It's version
Okay,
Bastion.
sorry.
Sorry, Bastion's
My
even
fault.
sorry. I gotta clean that one up. Yeah,
My
okay. There we go. That
Okay.
okay. Looks better.
Do you see this? Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. So now you can go back to the desert again. Pardon me, and I can show off some stealth and some detection. And so what I brought the stealth idea for Nova because I wanted her to be, I want the characters to play differently. And being assassin characters, stealth is one of your best weapons, and I love stealth games to death. You can go forward. I'll talk as I go. So the two mechanics I brought in to have stealth in the game were from two other games. You can no kill that guy. Go back, kill that guy. Don't run away.
I'm a pacifist.
What's that? There you
I'm a
go.
pacifist.
So this guy on the cliff here. So just stop for a second. So one of the things you have in the game is detection. So enemies. I was playing a game called Tunic, and Tunic does a good job of enemy detection. If they can't see you, they can't hear you. So if you stand there back there and swing your sword, don't fall off the cliff. There you go. Swing your sword. Oh, there you go. You critical hit it in the back and kill them in one shot. Nicely done. So get enemies. So this guy here, if you walk into that purple stuff, okay, just walk in the purple stuff.
Oh, okay.
Why you gotta break my game, man?
He saw me.
All right.
He did see you. I'm
He
supposed
did
to be
see you.
stealth in this, right?
Yeah, because you're supposed to walk in the purple stuff and not walk into his cone of sight first.
No,
Sorry,
it's
I did my
because
best there.
I asked you to increase the cone of sight before.
Okay, so anyway,
Yeah, that's also my fault.
Well,
See how I break
okay,
it?
so enemies, I'm just joking. Enemies, if they can't see you, they can't detect you. Once they've seen you, they can chase you. And if they don't see you and you're in this grass, they also can't detect you, which I kind of borrowed from a game called Brawl Stars, which is a very, very simple stealth mechanic. If you're in the grass, you're safe, which is kind of also what Horizon Zero Dawn does. But so go to the next area. So go past the grass.
That's the grass.
Okay. And don't go in there quite yet. So now if you go in there, that guy is going to see you, right?
Okay.
And if you kind of there's another guy patrolling around there, so you got to be careful. So if you go down to the southwest.
Southwest.
There you go. And go down that ramp and follow that ledge. Yeah, there you go. So nobody's going to have an ability called clamber. Or there you go. Now you're in here. They can't see you. So you can run around here all day, and none of the enemies can detect you. You're totally safe. So if you can, try to do your best, Gabe, to take them all out without being noticed. It should one-shot kill them in the back if you get them. There you go. Back in the grass.
Go back to the grass.
There you go. You don't have to. You can go head on and take them on if you want.
I want to surprise them like this. Yeah, I'm Nova. You just got Nova'd.
He's got Nova'd.
Good.
She really likes. She's a bit OP right now in terms of balance, but anyway, so they can continue on to fights and stuff. So the idea is, so we have the stealth in there. So Naomi, when she went up that wall, that's one of her abilities she has with the grappling hook. She can actually go up 4-meter high walls, which will give her an advantage in combat. Initially, she doesn't have that ability. It will unlock over time. The other one she has is kind of a hook shot where she can cross over gaps as well. So abilities are the next thing that's going to go in here. But nice stealth kill. I got to widen that cone of vision clearly because that guy didn't see him. So keep continuing on just down the path and to your northeast now.
Max said something. I did that in game sometime. I can make it through without killing anybody. I think Splinter Cell put me on that. Yeah,
you could do a pacifist. Yeah.
Yeah, that's I like doing that too. I like trying to see how much I can do.
That's kind of cool. I mean, I think that's a good idea actually. I mean, also you have to remember that Nova's a pretty young girl and she's like assassinating bandits. So if people have a problem with that and just want to,
But she also has she's
trying to
anxiety, right? Just panic attack. So if you start getting too much stuff,
he saw you.
She might get a bit.
It's coming for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I don't have the alert on there, so other enemies don't. There you go. I'll have to improve. So yeah. Anyway, So you keep going, just fight a couple more guys, and then that's kind of the end. And then what's going to happen is you're going to reach the interior of the alien spacecraft, which is going to be our first dungeon. The idea is that Nova has to work her way through the spacecraft one direction. Then to do something that actually is going to allow Naomi to access the spacecraft. And then the two of them are going to solve the dungeon together. So the dungeon I'm referring to is basically just an enclosed collection of puzzles that we're going to have.
We'll be able to switch from third person to first person. First person is a bit too much because when you design a game at a certain angle, you're designing the art to look good at that certain angle. First person shooters are designed to be in a different angle. So probably not, but we already are able to change the camera a bit and get closer to the action, and but we're not going to build a complete open world that you can change the angle of the camera from every side, because that's a bit beyond our scope. But yeah, we want to give some freedom to the player within our constraints.
Yeah, I don't think we'll go first person, but using the right stick to have a camera move so you can kind of peek over the ledges would be nice. It's always good to get more information.
Hey.
Yeah, the stealth idea is great. We can always have. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well,
so Naomi's here.
That's where she technically was when you last left her. It's not actually. It's a bug that you just found, but that's okay. I'll fix that.
Yeah, Max saying is a lot to render. Yeah, in our case, we want to have that illustration kind of vibe to it. So a lot of our objects, there's 3D objects when they need to be 3D, and others when they can be paintings that can be concept art looking. We want to go for that vibe, so they will be flat when they need to be. So that's the kind of idea we're looking for.
But yeah, I think stealth will be a big part of it. Enemies that have alarms, so they can ring alarms that other guys come. I had a boss character I was working on that didn't have, so you have to, if you have a large boss character and a lot of ads. In this case, they're also very slow, which was why I was saying combat isn't really tuned properly. But the idea should be that if you raise the alarm, you're in a lot of trouble. That's the point of the stealth game. Right now, the enemies are pretty dumb. They don't have an awareness of each other's status. So if one enemy sees you, that doesn't mean everyone in the surrounding area does. We'll have that. So if you had a really big, tough, brute character in the middle and a bunch of ads, engaging them and alerting them all at once is a problem versus sneaking in and actually stealth killing them guys.
Do we still have that camera changed?
What do you mean? On the
zoom in, I can find it.
To zoom in.
Oh, give me a second. I disabled that. Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just want to see. So this will be a story twist, right? Just the spaceship that you're looking for, the so-called alien spaceship, it's actually your ship. It's actually the ship that you came in. Is the Astrea. So in the beginning of the story, you see you don't know where the ship is. You just wake up in your coffin, and this is the point of the game that you actually find out where the ship is. And finding your ship will be a boon, because you find a lot of your technology and you might be able to use it, right, Greg?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Should I go in?
No, that part isn't there yet. I didn't quite get that far in 2 weeks, but I'll get there. Actually, the other thing too is that the interior of the spacecraft, the first dungeon, if we're going to call it that, is going to rely a lot on areas you can access, but then areas that you can't access without certain abilities, a la Zelda. So it's important to get the abilities built first, get them into a gym where they can be tested, you can figure things out, and then build the level after that. Otherwise, you're building a level without knowing how the abilities function. So next week's going to be working all the abilities that are going to relate to navigation, but also in combat. Naomi's going to have a remote bomb she can drop that she can craft. She also has a repulsor cannon that can actually push things as well. So she can actually push your bombs or enemies and so on. So once that's in, the next part is going to be doing the actual dungeon, which would be really cool. Accidental kills, like a boulder can you push from a certain group of enemies. Yep, we could do that.
That's always desirable, right? To have environmental
kills.
Be able for you to discover things in the environment that can help you on your journey.
Yeah.
Again, like the more support we get, the more of those things we can do. You altering the environment as your actions in the past will affect the future. We can make the world more and more interactive, including combat.
Yeah. I mean, the idea was going to be like, I think at least definitely in Nova's case, this idea here approaching the ship, there were like 5 different battles you had to go through. The idea should be that, each battle has a chance to take away a lot of your health or you're not going to make the spaceship. So if you can be smart about combat, and part of being smart is the accidental kills, like the environmental kills and sneaking around, then we want to reward players for thinking. You don't have to. If you want to charge in and you're OP, you can charge in. That's totally cool. But we want to reward players for thinking, especially in earlier battles where things would be a lot harder.
Yeah,
things that attack players and enemies. Yeah,
we're
definitely.
big fans of like this kind of RPG that offer you a choice of fighting or not fighting, right? So we love that.
Yeah. Yeah, Max is saying NPCs. Yeah, definitely NPCs. What I think was it like Far Cry that did it, where you like were in a camp of enemies and they had like a tiger in a cage, and you go release a tiger and it would just cheer everyone to death. That was hilarious. Because they're bad people, not because tigers cheer people to death is hilarious. But so yeah, having some kind of crazy animals, that would be kind of cool.
I am drawing a tiger right now, so
yeah, or maybe an animal that you have to somehow befriend. There's a secret to how you befriend the animal. Maybe he's got like a favorite food or a thorn in his paw. The shark dog. We can bring back the shark dog.
You mean Sharkito?
Shark, yeah, and he can actually fight for you. We also want to, again, if we hit our goals and get enough, the idea of having cooperative gameplay. And by cooperative, I don't mean everyone playing as one of the 3 characters, because that is a cluster of problems, even in terms of what if one player is playing one character, what the other 2 players doing. But being able to play like an NPC in combat next to a hero or as a animal next to a hero is pretty cool. I know my son would love playing like, while I'm taking on the big tough guys, he's running around with the shark, biting their ankles. He'd absolutely love that. So
I'm gonna
Skittles. Max is saying shark dogs love Skittles. There you go. Maybe you get like a deal with Skittles. No, I don't want to do in-game advertising. Ugh.
No, they love this snack called Chumps.
Maybe our own version of Skittles, though, like our own version of some kind of like rainbow candy that sharks love.
So Andy, after you're done with the fat cat guy,
Yeah,
maybe you should do a pet.
ooh, that'd be good.
Maybe you could do Sharkito, or to see how that would work in our game. Have somebody following you, like a companion. And
That's cool.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I wonder if we could actually. Oh, we could probably like. No. Okay, I'm not going to promise anything. Cool. Yeah, that's cool. Let's do that first. Let's start with that. I was going to say if you could play cooperatively, that could be kind of cool as well. But I'm not going to overstretch what I can do quite yet.
Yeah, no, we need to bring somebody to help you, Greg. You're gonna get overworked.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring his weapon from my previous drawing. His sword is made of wood. This is one of the things from the Third Age, is that everything is organic and grown from moss and wood and stuff like that. So
That's ironwood.
Ironwood.
That's cool.
They
So
actually have ironwood. It's so dense it won't even burn.
Ironwood?
Yeah.
See, that's good to have a wood specialist in our team. Tell us more about ironwood.
What we're doing.
Well, it grows in Brazil. It's probably one of those illegal trees that you can get your hands on.
No, illegal trees. They're not. The trees are not illegal. It's the people cutting them and bringing them are illegal. The trees are totally legal.
Yeah, they're legal trees.
Yeah,
But like a lot of the flooring you can buy, There was a guy in West Van that had extra flooring that I bought from him, and it's ironwood. It's like a Brazilian mahogany.
So you're saying you
And
did something illegal?
yeah, and so but I use it for bow ties, like in my large tables, because it's a really good joint. Because it's never gonna those things. It's like iron. It's super strong.
So you can make an entire table made of wood and have no metal parts, right?
Well, I don't like using metal, so I usually do all wood.
See, that's awesome. I wish I could do something like that with my hands.
I like working with metal, but I don't like. I actually am gonna put some copper, make some copper joints so that then you can polish the copper inside the wood.
That's
That'd be
cool.
cool.
Yeah, I know. Like I like listening to metal. I don't.
Yes, I can make you a board table, Nick.
Ooh.
See, getting some business.
I have a 8 foot slab that's giant.
Hey, any business you get from this live, you get to give 10% to the game.
If Andy sells enough tables, we get another dungeon in the game.
Yeah, it's a stretch goal.
Sounds
Board
good,
game
Nick.
table. That'd be sweet. Wait, Nick, are you thinking of like a table, like a D&D table with like little, slots in the side, put stuff in, or like just like a regular table? Make it Amazon campaign. I have a friend who has a really cool board game table. It's fantastic.
Hey, that's coming, Max. I'm setting up my social media stuff.
Where you the channel? Yeah, you should have the channel because those people make way more money than video game people. People that have like a channel where they make something like that. Was it the train?
It's my train. I muted it, but it caught me at the last horn there. Sorry.
It's the train.
Recess table with the top. Yeah, cup holders. Nice.
Well, let's speaking of metal, I want to know a little bit more like what you guys listen to. What are you listening to recently? You start, Greg.
Oh, you're asking us, not the. Oh.
Yeah. No, okay. Well, the people in the chat will also.
Chat too. Oh my gosh. I listened to recently. Wow. I don't know. I've got some weird taste in music. I guess it's all over the place. Listen to a lot of jazz. Every now and then, it's like old school jazz. I love old school jazz, but then I've been on a big MF Doom kick and Mad Lib instrumentals, just instrumental music right now. When I'm working, I need like instrumental music in the background kind of going because that helps me focus. I have ADHD, and so that kind of music really helps me to kind of hone in. But
like
yeah,
like classic music or
classical. Yeah, I mean, I like classical music too, but on my own, I usually just listen to that because no one in my house likes hip hop, which is okay. But yeah, and if we had enough money, and they were remotely interested in doing music for a game, which they're not going to be, Gorillas would be awesome. The Gorillas.
Oh yeah, they would.
Yeah. Again,
maybe we'll get them. I don't know.
No, man.
Well, what's the worst that could happen?
They could say no.
That would be. I think like we need three kinds of genres for the three different eras.
Yeah.
I like this guy, Red Light King. He did a remix of Old Man. It's really good.
Is that what you're listening to?
Not currently, but usually it's when I'm selecting videos for my reels.
Oh, so it's not a music guy usually?
I like it all, but I usually, because woodworking, it kind of goes good with a lot of the 70s stuff.
Oh.
Clearwater Revival and stuff like that.
I can see that. Mainly man music kind of thing, right?
Manly
Some
man
of it's
music.
pretty good though. I really like Old Man, the Canadian guy.
Neil Young.
But I kind of like all the music.
Cool. Why is the
I even
people
like I even like
and
some country western, but not much.
Whoa, whoa! Don't cross the line. Don't go there.
That line's been crossed.
no, I like everything too. Like sometimes I listen to country music, but
But you
my
mean like old
playlist.
country? We're talking like Johnny Cash, right? Not like
Yeah,
90s.
yeah, of course, yeah. Old
Okay,
stuff.
okay. Just clarifying. Okay, that's good.
Like I listen to everything. Like the song is a good song, it's a good song.
I like when Willie Nelson collaborated with Snoop Dogg.
Collaborating, they have common interests. I hear.
Oh yeah, that's what they were there. That's what they were singing about.
Yeah.
I don't hate country. I just being funny. Well, there's actually music that I hate. I can't think of one thing I'd actually not listen to.
Polka.
Weird Al plays polka. And Weird Al is awesome. So I gotta. If Weird Al was playing polka, I'd listen to it.
Um,
Come on, what's some good Brazilian music?
oh yeah, I do. Oh man, Brazil is so good with music, man.
It's like yeah,
But I left Brazil in the 2000, right? So my musical taste in Brazil is still in the 90s. So there's a lot of like rock and hip hop. I love, one of my favorites is Plant Hemp. It is like hardcore rap group. Yeah, like most of the time they sing about marijuana, but I think it's, but they're good. It's good music. It's not. They're really popular in Brazil. I think it started just as a joke. They sing about marijuana, but legalization and stuff like that. But they're really good. So yeah, my Brazilian music is amazing. There's all kinds. I tried once a cabana. You remember when we had everybody's a DJ kind of thing every Friday?
yes, yeah.
I didn't DJ. I just put a playlist of Brazilian music, and people were just a bit weirded out about the stuff I played.
I don't think it's that. I've heard so. I don't think it's that weird.
But
That's
no,
kind
it's
of
really
cool.
good. But
Change it up. Yeah, exactly. I mean,
it's just like I like a lot of like really heavy stuff, like punk hardcore kind of thing, and
right.
mixed with Brazilian traditional rhythms and stuff like that. It's good. I was wondering what kind of music we could put in Kinshft, but there's a lot of
Yeah,
people offering their services. Got a lot of emails since we started publicizing the game, of people offering their music, sound effects services, sometimes for free because they like the project. They said, like, so. I don't know. We just need to pick like a kind of music that we enjoy.
yeah. You never know. I mean, like, who's the guy that did does the music for like Bastion?
I don't know.
Darren something. Bastion, Darren.
I'm really bad with names. So I don't know.
Darren Korb. I'm terrible with names. Darren Korb. Didn't he write the entire Bastion soundtrack with a guitar in his closet in his house? I think that was the story.
Oh, really?
And he nailed it.
Yeah, maybe we'll find somebody like that to do something for us. How are you guys doing? Oh, Rodrigo, Gabriela. Yeah, they're awesome. I love their guitar work. It's crazy. Anybody wants to ask any questions? Talk about the end of the campaign now. What's the next steps? What you guys want to know? What's gonna happen now? Uh, are you
You know,
working? Was it? Go
I
ahead.
thought it would be cool at the beginning of the game to show the spaceship and them, kind of like a one-time little video that plays to set it up, and then you can start playing the game.
Yeah, I think we could even be playable. That part of the game. We right now we plan to start the game with you already waking up, but we played with the ideas every once in a while, or having the gameplay start even before that. I kind of like when games do that kind of playable intro. Um, like I remember what was the game? Bioshock.
Yeah.
You start the game with you like kind of drowning, and there's like this desperate kind of situation. I love games that do that. Or maybe you are going to Earth, and the first part of the game is you like kind of before the crash. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Or it could be cool like to do it like during the game. Maybe you actually like have flashbacks or whatnot, sort of kind of
Oh yeah,
contrast, where the characters are, where they kind of came from.
yeah. This low review kind of thing. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Got two questions here. What's your timeline like? Expected release, and any idea how long it'll take to get a playable out?
Dun dun dun. Oh, that's the first one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's our next objective now. We're gonna looking the resources we have after this campaign, and do a more detailed plan of how long it's gonna take for us to get a playable. That's what we want to do, because not only will be good for the supporters to be able to play and offer their ideas, and but also we are still working on getting people to fully fund all the stuff that we want to do. So all the investors and the publishers want to see a playable. They, as much as they love our presentations, they want to play the game to see if that's something they want to invest on in the future and long term. So yeah, we want to get a playable as fast as we can in everybody's hands, even if it's just a small slice of the game. Yeah, so not exactly dates right now, but yeah, the game is supposed to come out fully in 2025, but the playable probably way earlier than that, so we have time to fail, to get things wrong and then fix it, right?
Yeah.
Anything you want to add, Greg?
Um, no, I mean, I'm liking the speed at which we're going so far. Obviously, more people we go faster, but that's okay. Yeah, I think if we had, hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I'm debating like, do we need all three characters for the first playable? That's kind of
Right.
question one, because that's that's 33% more work essentially. And can we demonstrate everything there is to demonstrate about the game with two characters? So that'd be a question that would impact the first playable.
Yeah, that's an interesting question we need to answer. I feel yes, but
Yeah.
that we need the dad in there to have that kind of three-way back and forth kind of thing.
Yeah, I agree.
uh
I'd probably like lean more toward having all three characters in, but having that. So what you guys saw, or what everyone saw with the sort of the first area, the wrecked spacecraft. Um, the idea there being that Nova can approach from one side and she can enter the dungeon, and she works with Naomi when she gets in there to complete the dungeon. That to me it feels like would be a good first playable, and just have a separate area for Niles to walk around the town, walk around the world. Have some range combat and whatnot in there, but have the core of that first part be between the two of them, because that should demonstrate everything we need to demonstrate. And you can always have Niles play some kind of part in there rather than having you try to
yeah, because Niles is in a way he's like the most powerful and the craziest gameplay.
Yeah.
So I think it might be good for us to have a little bit of him in there.
Yeah.
But of course, it adds. It adds to the. So yeah, we don't know. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
uh, there's a question: what's the next big milestone? Is still on track to release in 2024, 2025? Not
Yeah.
2024. Yeah, we are. At every step of playable that we feel comfortable that we can show it to people. As you can see, we're very comfortable showing really early broken stuff, and in fact, that's an important part of our process. So we'll have more milestones where people can jump in and play and say, hey, this build is ready for you guys to take a look. Go there and play it. What do you think? And sometimes it'll be small pieces of the game or mechanics. But yeah, the full game 2025. But you're not gonna be waiting for 2 years. You're gonna be feel that like you're involved as a part of this.
Mm-hmm.
So another question: what about playtime? You're shooting for a specific number of hours to complete the game. We do have this philosophy in principle that we want to find a game that is not too long or too short. I prefer, and I think we all agree that we have a shorter game that feels tighter as a core experience. I'm talking about, right? Of course, there'll be other elements of replayability that you can keep playing forever, right? But as the core experience, I prefer something that people can finish and be happy by finishing it because it's part of what we want to achieve with our games. Than having a game that's too long will take much longer to finish, and people will be waiting, and then they'll never finish anyway. 40 hours, 70 hours, and stuff like that. So we're trying to hit at a good amount of hours that people will feel satisfied, but they'll be able to finish even with busy lives and stuff like that.
Yeah, I also really want to, I'd personally rather build a shorter game that has replayability involved. Like we talked in the past about, influencing the past, influencing the future, making decisions that actually matter in the game. And so I think it'd be very cool if we could craft an experience that was maybe, like Gabe's saying, a bit shorter than an 80-hour game, more than a bit shorter than an 80-hour game. But there's key decisions you make in the game that affect what you played. And that the next time you go through, you can actually make different decisions and there's different outcomes. That to me is that gives the option to somebody who just wants to finish the game and play through it once, but someone wants to go back and like really dive deep into the game and go back and what if I did this instead of this, rather than kill this boss or kill this bandit leader. What if I actually took time to make him a friend? What happens then? And so on.
Yeah.
How about the Discord?
Oh, the Discord, yeah.
Yes.
Coming
That
soon.
was Max's question.
Very soon. Yeah.
Yep.
We're gonna transfer some of the stuff that we've been doing here to the Discord. People will be able to see all the art, all the stuff, and videos and stuff like that. And also, we plan to be live certain times of the week. It's almost like we're gonna have a few of our meetings in there, and you can just join and talk and be part of it.
It'll be interesting to see how much what our game looks like versus what we created the art at the very beginning.
Right. Yeah. There'll be a lot of evolution for sure. 8 to 10 hours complete story, like a good place. Yeah, we're thinking that the core story could be even shorter than 8 to 10 hours. It could be about 6 hours, and it'll be really tight, and then 10 to 15 hours for completionist sounds about right. But you never know. We have to really outline our current plans right now and see how much we can do with the time that we have and the resources that we have. We don't want to because of our team is small, take 4 years to make a game. We don't want to do that. We set out to do a 2-year cycle, and we'll try to hit that, because there's plenty of games that get delayed, and because they bite more than they can chew. So,
Greg needs to get back in.
oh, why
Thank
did
you. There you go. I don't know. My computer did something weird, and then I was like in offside limbo, wherever it was. So.
Yeah. Because I thought you were gonna start playing some jazz, so I just muted it.
Yeah, come back with a saxophone or something.
Do some scatting for us.
Yeah, that would be awesome. You don't want to hear me sing or jazz or anything like that.
I do have to admit, I did go to a live Puentes. What was that guy?
Like what?
Oh, now I'm having a brain fart. It was a live jazz in Seattle. It's what country is he from? Oh,
Wait,
no, it's just a lost thought.
Is he crazy? Like, wait.
Oh, my wife's looking it up because we both went.
Okay.
What is the last concert you guys been to?
Oh, jeez. The last concert?
Yeah.
I mean, that was before I was a dad, so it's been 11 years. Last concert I went to, I think it was like Foo Fighters for the third time.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're giving away our age, but my wife wanted to tell you that she watched Jimi Hendrix live.
Whoa.
3 times live.
Cool.
That wins.
I was 15, 16.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And the Who and the Canned Heat and the
Did you hear that? She's now the Who.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Just these bands that I saw.
The Cream.
Yeah.
The Cream.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
I'm 10 years older than Andy.
Well, I saw Bob Dylan 4 times, and one of them, it was the only time Bob Dylan played with the Rolling Stones together. Yeah, and they played like a Rolling Stone together.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and Bob Dylan, of course, was singing in his own time, and the Stones are always very professional, right? They play the songs exactly the same way, very polished. But when Bob Dylan started playing and they changed the rhythm of the song and the tempo, and the Stones look at each other as like, whoa, I guess we have to follow the man. Yeah, so it was funny.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's amazing. Dylan's amazing.
You got a question. Dad Deacon's asking, can you get to Discord from your Twitter? Oh, there you go.
Can I get to the Discord for? Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. How we're gonna? Maybe it's a code. I don't know how they do it, but to invite people. But yeah, it's probably. If there's any connection, I'll probably do it. And then we're gonna have like an open Discord for everybody, but also the so-called dev circle, right? Is the one that we offer to people that contribute to the campaign. That will be where we're gonna be hanging out most of the time. So yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Especially if you get the first playable in everyone's hands, then if you're meeting on What If Wednesday every week or every 2 weeks, everyone can actually play the build, then come back and like talk about it rather than us having to show it to you all the time, which is pretty cool. Yeah.
Tito Puente. We watched, and it was in a little tiny cafe too, so he was just right in front of us.
Whoa, it's got a fantastic picture.
So just a reminder, if we get more backers while we are live, I'm gonna be giving this away to one lucky person in the comments. So far we had one person, Nick, change he increased his
Nick.
pledge. Thanks, Nick.
I think Nick went to bed.
He has a lot of kids. He has like 8 kids. Thanks, Nick.
Oh, he's still there. Look
Yeah.
at that.
I'll take no. He has to still be here by the end of the live. Didn't I tell you?
It's gonna go to 10.
8 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
It's a random thing. I did it. I said in the beginning.
We're going 24 hours.
Yeah.
But here's the hitch. I'm gonna be here until the campaign's closed. I'm still in Japan time, so I
Japan
can
time? That's like, dude, 3
I
in the
can be
morning.
awake. There's only 8 hours to go. I'll be here. No, just kidding. I'm not gonna be for 8 hours. We usually go for a couple of hours. Yeah, we might be here for a little bit more. Yeah, and I'll finish this drawing, or at least put it in a good state. And then we're gonna. How many people are online now?
I don't know.
There's 9 watching
There's
now.
9.
So I'm gonna randomize a number from 1 to 9 and see who wins. Does that work? No, it doesn't work. Somebody has to have assigned numbers. How do I do it then?
Don't you have like a? Oh, like how you assign people numbers? Oh,
yeah. So by, let's say, in 15 minutes, whoever's still here, I'm gonna everybody says a number on the comments. From 1 to I'll say when the time comes, and then we'll pick by a randomizer. I'll have a randomizer, internet randomizer.
Right. You could do that. You could also do a number and who's ever closest. Is that more or less fair? You can't tell.
What if 3 people get the same number?
Ah.
No, but if somebody takes that number, you cannot.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can. Oh, see it? There's a Google randomizer here.
Nice. Oh, Wheel of Names.
Wheel of Names. Okay.
That's a cool idea.
That also works.
Oh, and stream it. Good call, actually. Yeah.
Okay, good. Thanks, Nick.
I'm gonna Google that. Wheel.
Huh. So I'll put all the names here. Okay, good. Okay. Cool. Let's just finish the drawing going for a little bit. And any more questions about what you saw today? Anything you want to see in the game? Stuff like that. What time is it in Japan right now? I feel like I have too much energy.
17 hours forward, so isn't it 17 hours forward?
Yeah, so it's 12:01 now.
Yeah,
it's lunchtime. That's why I'm energetic. Oh my god. What do you guys think of the drawing? Still going well? What do you like to see in this guy?
That's going to be hard to rig. That his pants.
I knew you were going to say that. Cool. Auto rig, man. Just auto rig. What do you think of what's his name as Reed Richards? That's been a rumor that Marvel's gonna announce it. The guy from Last of Us. What's his name? Pedro Pascal.
Oh,
apparently
okay.
He's gonna play Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four.
That could be cool.
Yeah. think so too. Seems like a good idea.
Yeah.
Um,
What happened to that? Didn't the guy from The Office play him in something?
yeah, that was an alternate universe though.
It's also a
Uh,
universe. Okay, right.
this alternate universe thing is becoming really confusing to me. Look,
Yeah.
and I'm a super geek, but I watched Loki and it was cool. It was a cool show, but I had no idea what is the logic of the show. Did you watch it? Like,
Up to the second to last episode of the last season. I haven't seen the last episode. So it's already out
okay,
there.
so yeah, I'm not no
Well,
spoilers,
spoiler
But
alert.
there was one scene in there that's hilarious that I was thinking about for our game. I don't know how to do it. There's that scene when they're talking to the guy behind the tech counter about something, and he
yeah.
forgets he has know about it, but then in a different timeline they do something, he remembers about it on the spot. It's a really funny
Yeah, right. I thought about that too, like because it deals a lot with the time travel.
yeah.
Uh, it's kind of like the Back to the Future formula of time travel, but faster, right? So you do something, you changed the past right away.
Yeah. If because right now, yeah, it'd be kind of neat to see an NPC that would change, like, because you can flick back and forth between time on the spot. Like his conversation actually changed right away. Like, oh, I don't have anything here. Oh wait, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do have this here. Here, you wanted this? Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, I think for us is a bit easier because you have to switch from character to character. You don't see it like in real time, things changing.
Um,
So
well, yeah, yeah,
it's still not easy, but it could be really cool.
yeah. But I had that idea before for like the idea that Nova in her past, when the characters are already exploring the world, the Nova in the past can do something like build a I don't know, destroy something that makes a bridge over to one area, but then that bridge has to now exist in Naomi's time period 1,000 years later. And so how do you, if Naomi's already been to that section, it'd be interesting to see that section before the bridge fell and after the bridge fell. So there's actually a layer on top of not just the different eras, but in a certain era, things could change that then change the era itself.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm getting tired of that made any sense at all.
But if you're not seeing it, how do you know it changed, right?
Well, then I think the characters then have to be, because if Naomi was in the area and the bridge wasn't there, and there's nothing happening,
right?
But
like, remember I was talking a little bit about how we can have, like, let's say when you come back to an area, you see something visual that indicates that those objects have changed. You see a building, maybe it's glowing purple or whatever, for a bit, and then it fades out.
Right.
So you can have an indicator. It's a bit gamey, but you have a little bit of an indicator that those things have changed. So maybe you should check it out.
That's cool. Could we do something? I mean, we're doing the could be part now, but that's okay. The idea that, like, so if, for example, how to simply say this. So oh no.
No.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to think of a simple example, and that's I clearly can't. My brain has stopped functioning. You're in Naomi's time period. Okay, you're in Naomi's time period, and there's a building in front of her. Okay, the building exists. You jump back to Nova's time period, and somehow she destroys the building. For the sake of argument, let's say she destroys the building. Okay, it's yeah. When you jump back to Naomi's time period, rather than the building just not being there, you actually have a moment when the building actually disintegrates into it. There's an animation. There's a animated moment that actually shows the change in her timeline.
Right. That could be like the McFly photo kind of disappearing, right?
I mean, yeah, but like
a bit more dramatic. Yeah. But the thing is, like, some stuff wouldn't be that dramatic. Like, for example, wine. If you go back to the wine example, what do you see? You see a bottle kind of bubbling, and like it'll be not as dramatic. Plus, it is a lot of work on animation for sure.
It is. It is.
So maybe we can save it for a few moments that can be more dramatic.
Maybe or yeah. Okay.
Because the McFly thing, I always thought it was, it's cool and all, but it's a little bit of a cop out because the movie requires you seeing that changing, right, to understand the
Right.
story.
Right. Yeah.
But in fact, the picture will change immediately. Maybe the scenery depicted on art in a shop showing things mean different. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, there is a lot of ways something that we should explore, because right now the scenes are different when you go to a different time, but it's not as dramatic, right? So you don't see exactly what changed. So we need to exaggerate things to make them like look like they changed, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I
Yeah,
mean, yeah. But being in one time period and then somebody in a different time period affecting your time period and changing it in some way, it would be cool to somehow visually indicate that.
Yeah.
Which would be cool territory, but that's okay.
Would be cool.
Including the player into something different. Yeah. Well, I think those moments carefully. How we're gonna frame, because I think that decision is really important. You do something in one time period and affect another. I think that's very important. But you need to understand the impact immediately. You can't just So how do we frame that decision you make in such a way that it's clear to the player, but not such a way that's going to like blow the art budget to.
Yeah.
Let's
think about it. There's simple ways to do it, and there's expensive ways to do it.
Yeah.
Is it work for us to do the expensive ways, or we should keep it simple and have more of those moments? Because if we do something really bombastic, we need to pick and choose those moments to be more sparse. If it's just a simple kind of like auto-generated thing that you just do a glow on the building or something that shows that building changed in some way, and then you can investigate in what way that changed. Maybe we can do more, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, good food for thought.
Yeah, no, that'd be a good thing to build it in the near future. One of those moments, and how the player makes a decision, and what's the impact of the decision, and how is that decision clear to the player.
Yeah. Cool. Should we do the thing?
I think so. Yeah.
So can you guys look at the chat and let me know who's still there?
There's
Is
7.
there a way to do that?
You should be able to, or just ask everyone who's here. Just say here. We'll just take attendance.
Yeah. Whoever's here, say here.
I'll be right back.
And what name should I put? So Max, Deacon. Huh. How do I add names? Okay, Deacon. Who else is here?
Nick, Alberto.
Nick. Alberto, he just showed up. Alberto. Did you even give money to us, Alberto? Or are you just jumping in last minute to get some free art? Who's not here? Is that a joke? Abel Tipowick? Are you saying you're here, or are you just saying you're not here? Who else? Who else? Who else is
Alberto.
here and want to be in the draw for free art?
Alberto does.
Alberta does. Look, this is the art. I just made it in Japan when I did a manga class in there. Pretty good for an hour. Nice and full of details.
I will totally draw you something, Alberto. I promise. I can draw you a character.
Paul. So Paul is here. Who else?
Hey, Paul.
Nick. Nick's here. Dad Deacon is here. Maximus is here. Abelwell, I think, is here.
Is he? Just say I'm here. Do you want to be part of it? I'm confused.
No, it's good. It's good.
Should I put Abelwell then? I don't understand. Just say yes or no. I'll put it in.
He's got to be here.
I see 12 people.
He had to go. I'll put his name, maybe.
See, there he is.
Yes, okay. I'll put your name. Abelwell. Anyone else? How many people are live right now? There's 13 people. No. 13 watching right now. We only have 6 names. Anyone else? Anyone else that wants to get in the draw for a free piece of art? Original art. It's not digital. You can touch.
I know Camille was watching earlier. I wonder what his alias is.
No, if it doesn't say yes, I'll assume he hates my art. Okay, I'll wait a couple more minutes. If you don't say yes, I'm here, I'm not gonna put your name in the thing.
The odds just went up.
I think some people just leave it on in the page and they go do something more interesting. Study to their blood test tomorrow. Okay, saving. Okay, should we do it? Okay.
People are waiting.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. I'll share this thing. Present. Share screen. Tab. Wheel of names.
Wait. Sure.
Oh, that's wow. I am gonna add my name to it. That's probably my daughter or my wife. They want the art. Okay, I'm gonna share.
Okay.
Am I sharing?
Make sure everyone's there.
Everyone's there.
Nope. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Is everybody here? Anybody else? No.
I think that's.
Is it good? Yeah. Let's check. Cool.
Okay.
Should I spin?
I think you should spin.
Oh, how do I spin?
You just click it, don't you? There it is.
There you go.
Sonia.
Paul seems to be the winner.
I believe so.
Congratulations.
You even clapped for you. That's lovely.
Yeah, that was a clap. So
That's my buddy Paul.
that's your buddy Paul.
Yeah, that's Paul. He's in Kentucky.
He's in Kentucky. Wow,
Right.
that's awesome. So, Paul, can you send us an email? I'll just send to my email. I'll know. I'll put it online here. Or yeah. What if games? Just one. Can you send me your address and I'll ship it to you? Sounds good? Cool. So congratulations, I guess. So anyway, should we wrap up?
Yeah, sounds good.
Um, okay, so thanks all of you who showed up. We are about 8 hours to go to end this campaign. This is just the beginning for us. We're very happy to start working on this game. We already did, but this will help us, keep doing it. And reminder that you can still increase your amount if you want, but no pressure. The more we get, the better. The more we can go push our extra goals. And you're gonna hear from us pretty soon with the next steps if you contributed. We're gonna open the Discord. We're gonna talk about different things, and we'll keep doing those lives too, which is it's always fun. Anything you want to add, Andy and Greg?
Just a big thanks to everyone who's been helping us out and everyone who's just coming to see us, which has been great. And it's great talking to everybody and answering questions and having feedback and getting to show our work even before it's done. So thanks.
Yeah, thanks for showing up.
Yeah.
Looking forward to start creating some art, get the game built.
Oh, Max wants to make some music for us, so we're good. We're good in the music. Yeah. Cool. All right, guys.
Awesome.
See you around. I'm gonna have some lunch because it's lunchtime for me. And yeah. Cool.
All right. Thanks everybody.
Thanks everybody who donated. It's just amazing. Really, for us it makes a lot of difference. We're really small and everything counts. And we really want to keep making good games. We don't want to go have to work for, I don't know, whatever, I'll be a barista or something like that. I don't know. We want to keep making games. And I think we can do something really cool. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Everyone.